Mic test. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. Oh, hold on. I think I'm missing something. One sec. All right. How's it going? Let me check. Make sure that we have everything set. Microphone check. We gotta see that our microphone and its volume is well balanced. So let me double check that first before we begin. We gotta try it first. Is well balanced. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Pretty good. Welcome back. I am back at it again, and I gotta make sure that I put some notes of what we'll be doing today, and I am back here to represent Wednesday stream. I believe last Monday the boss started the stream in my place. So I heard a couple of things, and I heard that was fun. So that is great. That's great that a lot of them enjoyed, or a lot of you enjoyed the stream. So pretty exciting news. And I heard some stuff as well that I want to bring up in a couple of minutes. But before we do those, I gotta make sure first that I can see the chat. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Is there any way I can adjust the size of this? Because that can be pretty annoying to look at. I want to see me. Is there a way I can see myself? Oh, there it is. Actually, this is great. I can see clearer. Okay. Let's do this. Hi, guys. I am back. How you guys doing? Got a few watchers here. So what we'll be doing today, we are going to finally be back to our Shrek projects that we've been neglecting for quite some time, and yeah, I'm so excited to be back at it. I learned some new stuff from my boss that I need to do this in a way that is different from how I represent the tutorial or the live stream previously. Yeah, once again, if you get some questions, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. And I guess I should begin putting up pinned chat to invite new members to join the server, our Discord server. So let me check. Let me see my invites. There it is. Is there anything I can use? This one? Can I try that? Yes, can use that. And then let's take a look at this. I'm just gonna need to copy the URL here. Okay, and I just paste it here, https discord.com/invite/paste the code, cut that off, open a new tab, try to paste it there, and see if that works. I think that works. Okay. Good. Finally close that. I'll paste it here and I'll pin it. There you go. So everyone can join. New members, new watchers. That's what I learned. That's what we want to do first before we begin the stream. And I guess we can wait further before we start. I'm pretty excited because it has been a while since our last Shopify theme development. And I'm so excited to finish that. We should really finish it because I got a lot of projects to work on and I feel like I haven't done much. Because it has been quite experience because of everything that happened last month with moving to this new apartment. You know the drill. So now that we're back, I can confidently say that we'll do better, or I will do better. So I get paid. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do this. Let me just close my browser tab that I don't necessarily need. Okay, is everyone okay? Is everyone doing just fine? I guess we can start. Yep. Okay, let me just... I don't know if I place myself the right way. Sometimes I don't, because the boss was quite tall, so I need to adjust it lower because I'm not that tall, I'm shorter than him. Anyway, we're getting distracted. I will begin. Is there an echo? Hold on. Let me just adjust the volume of the other microphone because there's like two microphones attached to my audio interface, and I feel like the microphone here, there's another microphone here. It's like for guests, you know. Maybe there will be guests in the future. I don't know. I can do like podcasts. Oh, I gotta tell my boss about that. Maybe he'll like that idea. Maybe he can join, you know. He'll be sitting here and then I'll be sitting here, just talk with him. It'll be so cool if that's possible. But he's quite busy, so I rarely talk to him about ideas. Hey, Amine, welcome. Good to see you. It's your boy Chris. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back. How you guys doing? Pretty excited. Pretty exciting because we got so many things to do. And last Monday, I heard a couple of stuff that excited. What is the word? Excited. Past, right? Excited. I'm so bad at English. Sorry. Anyway, how you guys doing? How are you? We are going to begin coding. We're not gonna waste time. So let me pull up my VS Code. Where is my VS Code? It has been a while since I used a computer, so VS Code. VS Code. Not that. This one. Not that. Okay. Open Shopify themes. Where are my Shopify themes? I don't remember the Shopify themes. What's on the program today? We are going to continue our Shopify theme project, the Shrek one. You guys remember that? Like a month ago, we were working on that. The previous live streams, we were working on that project. And yeah, today we're going to create components like cards, alerts, and those small components that can improve the quality of your Shopify theme if you are working on one. We're going to use Liquid. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing here in this live stream. So once again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to tell me in the chat. That would be perfect. Yes. Yes. So let me just open my VS Code and I will transition to this. Okay. Oh. What happened to this camera? One sec. Camera is broken. What are you doing there? Because I was gone for last Monday. I was not here. I don't know what my boss did to this computer, but hopefully that fixes that. Am I well lit? Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Yeah. Maybe I can just pull it up like that. Okay. There we go. I think it's good. And there's like trash over there and me. I guess we're relatives. Trash, me up. I'm back with the jokes. Which webcam do you use? This one right here on my left side, the one you see here, that is my camera. My Sony ZV-E10, the basic one. And I'm using like a lens, the basic lens, 25mm lens. Yeah, I'm not good with cameras. My boss bought that. That's not mine. Yeah, Sony ZV-E10, the basic vlogging camera. And for this, I am using Logitech HD 1080p camera. Great question. Thank you for the question, Amine. Okay, so we're back to this project. It has been a while, and we got so many files to push. In fact, we are going to open this instead. So let's do that. Let me change my directory to live weekly how, and then do code like that. What is this? A Git repository was found. Yes. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so it looks like we installed Shopify Liquid. That's good. That's good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create components. But before we do that, we are going to log in to Shopify. So command prompt, and let's do Shopify theme info first. It's always a good start to know what is the status of your Shopify theme project, because sometimes, since I haven't touched this in a while and I don't remember what store we were using, which development environment we were using previously, so I had to remember what we were using. So here in the theme configuration, we are reminded that we are using the development store weekly how live coding session. That's good. That means we are logged into this development store already, and the development theme ID of this project that we're working on right now is this, okay, which can be helpful identifying if you are on the admin of your Shopify online store, and if you go to the themes page, you'll be able to see the IDs of the Shopify theme. So it's all there. So let's go to the chat. I got some questions. Hello, can you show how to implement coupon code in cart before checkout? Is that possible? I can't find anywhere solution. Implementing a coupon code in cart before checkout? You mean in like Shopify themes? Like in the cart page, you can create. You want me to create a coupon code input field for checkout? I think we already did that. I'm not sure we did because we already have here the template. No, we haven't. Looks like we haven't. So yeah, probably we can do that. Yeah, we can take a look at the template cart, because I mean the whole point of this live stream is to create components, just to teach you how to create new components for your Shopify themes. So as much as possible, I'd like to stay in that subject. From Diego, hi. Hey Bernard, Diego from Brazil. Hi Diego, welcome to Weekly How, welcome to our live stream. Good to see you here. So happy to see you here. I see new faces, so welcome. Once again, if you get questions, things to share, don't hesitate to do that in the chat. That being said, let's start with Shopify theme dev command so we can open the development store and our Shopify theme project in the browser. Okay, you guys can see the can you guys see VS Code properly? Is that clearer? So now it is synchronizing. Just wait for it to synchronize, and once we have that synchronized, we can finally begin working on our project. Okay, let me just open this. There you go. Now it's synchronizing. It's synced. Perfect. We can finally open either of these two, the local host or the share URL. So let's open this, and it's asking for a password. If you still don't know your password, you can always go to your development store, but I believe the password is No, I don't remember the password. So let's open that. Let's log in. Remind me next time. Open this. And let's go to the online store, preferences, and then scroll all the way down, and this is the password. Okay, let's go back to VS Code. Open this URL. Paste the password, and voila, we got the password, and we are now logged into our development store, and it opened our Shopify theme project. So perfect. Now I guess we can start checking the sections that we had previously, because I kind of forgot what we were working on last time. So we do have here an announcement bar without anything. So perhaps we can take a look at that. Let's take a look at the theme editor. Let's open that, and we have the announcement bar here with nothing. Okay, so there's nothing here. We need to add a text. We need to add a countdown timer and a button, something like that. But it appears that the countdown timer is now working, and that is because the future date is less than the current date right now. Today is May 15, and this is January 18. So we need to make sure that this is beyond the date of today. Okay, so let's save that. There we go. So we finally have the countdown timer, but we don't want that to be empty when like this whenever we open our Shopify online store. So it's always good to have a placeholder values for those. So let's go back to VS Code and open the index template, index.json, and we have here, that's the heading title. That's not what we're looking for. I believe it's the sections and header group.json. So we have here the announcement bar and the enable countdown set to true. So what we want is to add blocks here. So how can we do that? I believe we can use the blocks, and then we need to add here like the block ID, and we'll call this announcement hyphen text, like that. And then we'll use the type, and we'll reference the text. Okay, though I don't remember how to do the blocks. Do we have an example here that we can use? Article, collections, page, list collection, index. Okay, so type is the heading title, which I believe is the type that we implemented, correct? If we go to the sections, if we open the sections, we should have here the announcement bar. And if we scroll all the way down, we have here the blocks, and we need to reference this text right here. So the type is set to text because the type here is set to text. And then what are the things that we need to use here? The settings. So we can create the settings here and apply the value for this setting. Okay, so setting, and then I guess that's it, right? Hold on, now let me just remove that and save it. Let's save that, and then let's open the terminal and see if we got issues. There's no issues, so we can go back to our online store, refresh the page, and let's see what happens in the theme editor. So we don't have anything here. So let's add a text. Let's save that, and then let's open the code editor. So if that doesn't work, usually what you can do to debug the problem is by adding a block. For example, by default there's nothing, right? If your code doesn't work, So for example here, because that can happen that you don't know how to properly create those JSON schema. What you can do is add a new block, just an example, save it, and then open your code editor, and then look for the sections and the header group.json, and you will find here blocks that you can copy here and go back to your VS Code and just paste it here like that. Get rid of this. And now we got our blocks with text. What we need to do now is to reference this in the block order. We need to rename this to announcement hyphen text, like that. Okay, so we got a blocks, we got a block inside of the blocks, and now we can reference this in the block order. Okay, so here let's use the block order, and it needs an array of strings, that is the ID of the blocks. So here we can just use the ID announcement text, this one right here, put it here, and that's it. And you can change this text here to something like your next sale is now, something like that. Now if you save that, and if we go back to our online store, refresh this page, you get your next sale is now. There you go. Farhan, welcome back. Good to see you. How are you doing? It's your boy Chris. Welcome back. How are you doing? I miss doing this. Oh, what happened? How are you guys doing? Okay, so we finally did the placeholder for this announcement bar. What about the button? Let's also do the button. Okay. So to make it easier, what we can do is just add a button and just save it. And we can just go back here, refresh the page. And then we can just copy this button here, this JSON object, and just go back here, add comma, enter, paste it, just like that. And we can rename this ID to announcement hyphen button. And we can change the label. Instead of button, you can say learn more. And for the link URL, you can provide a URL like https weeklyhow.com. There you go. Now, if we save this, and if we go back to our online store, we should have, oh, didn't work. Got an error? No, that is because we haven't used this block ID here in the block order. That's why. So let's use that here. So not block order, announcement hyphen button. And by the way, if you guys don't know what is the block order, that is basically the order of these two blocks. Which one goes first? The announcement text or the announcement button? You can exchange this whenever you want, like however you want. So basically, if this goes here first, you'll see it here first. The first one is the text, the second one is the button. That is the block order. If you're new to Shopify theme development, that can be very helpful. So now if we reload that, we finally have here the learn more button. Okay, and we can click that, and that should open weeklyhow.com. There you have it. Perfect. So now we have set up the placeholder text and the button for our announcement bar. So that way, whenever we work on our project, whenever we restart our Shopify CLI, logged into our online store, opened our Shopify app project, or no, Shopify theme project, the announcement bar will have things to display. It's not going to be empty. Okay? So that is great. I finally did something. So I guess we can now start working on the components that we can build for this live stream, because we did have we finally have, I believe, I do remember we made a video component. We do have a video component, correct? So if I go here and if we click add section, we have featured collection, we have image banner with text, which we can find, I believe, here, this one. We have the hero section here, and we also have video right here, and we can select a video, and that's going to autoplay that video. Nice. And we also have another section that we did. No, it's just the announcement bar, video, image banner, and then featured collection. Let's add a featured collection like that. That is pretty. I like that. And we can select a collection. Let's use this one. Select. And let's save that. Perfect. Now let's open our online store. Scroll down. We got the video and we get the collection. Nice. I am fine. Thanks. Great. That's great. Honestly, I'm very, very excited because yesterday I talked to my boss and boy, he said a lot of things about you guys. He said that you guys were into his live stream, and that kind of put pressure on me because I'm not sure if you guys are enjoying me as much as you enjoy him. I even heard like there was a poll. I was like, what? There was a poll? What is it about? And he said like he started a poll whether he's going to do a live stream again next week. And he said that a lot of you guys said yes. So I was like, wow, they loved you. And that is great. Another thing that excited me the most is that someone donated $1, and guess who benefited? That is right. It's me. Sorry. I got the $1. So, thank you so much to, I think her name is Camille. Camille donated $1 yesterday, and my boss said, "This is yours. I hope this will encourage you and motivate you to do better tomorrow. Do whatever you can so that your viewers will donate again, and their donation, the tip that they give, will go to me." I was like, whoa, what if someone donated like $1,000? I'll go nuts. I said. I was like, wow. I'll do whatever I can to entertain and at the same time educate my viewers or you guys. I don't want to label you viewers. I'd like to call you my friends because we are all together in this community, And yeah, I like to be friends. That would be great. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm so happy to hear that you guys have enjoyed his stream. You know what? Let's take a look at what happened. I haven't watched it myself, so that would be so educational if I get to see how he did the live stream. You know, let's take a look back here. So we got this fine video of him. I can't hear anything. For the meantime, so he'll be back this week. Next question for the customization part, what we have to learn. That's another question from Aaron. Looks great. So, to answer that, he looks great. To customize a Shopify theme, you would need to learn not only Shopify theme development, but also liquid template programming. Liquid template, you know, the liquid template programming of Shopify. So you can look it up on Google, or you can go to shopify.dev. I'm not sure if I'm right with that. It has been a while since the last time I worked with Shopify theme, but you can always check shopify.dev and go to the liquid section, and that is the best documentation for Shopify theme development. He knows a lot of stuff. He knows it more better than me. Yeah, I learned so much from him. He taught me about debugging. He taught me about documentation. He taught me the liquid in general. Yeah. Because I thought before liquid was something like this.
A normal Pythagoras cup has a center tube that drains your entire cup if you fill it too full.
This is a liquid. I thought he was talking about that. And then I realized, oh, you're talking about a code. So that was funny. It's like, oh wow. That was really funny. So then I learned liquid from him, and now we're here. I get to create cool stuff, Shopify themes and customizations. Oh, Lord Punit. Hello. And bye. I can imagine. What time is it there? It's 9 p.m. here, so I'm guessing you're around like 1 a.m. or something, or 2. I don't know. But yeah, well, have a good night. Thanks for checking out. Thanks for saying hi, and by leaving. That is pretty nice. Pretty cool thing to do. Just checking on me. I like that. I like that. My friends don't do that. And the fact that you do that, that means a lot. Yeah. I'd love if someone checks up on me. I'd love that. I'd love if someone just, come in and ask, how are you? You doing well there? Yeah. That gotta be something cool I wanna experience. I wish my boss would just knock. Everything good? Yeah, everything good. No, never done that yet. I smell good. You guys smell good? Oh, it's 12:30 there. Oh, it's still not late. I was expecting it's gonna be like, I don't know, 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. That's gotta be late. I usually sleep around 1. I usually sleep and then wake up around like 7, 8. I heard my boss wakes up around 5. Yeah. And that was pretty impressive. Sometimes I notice him waking up early in the morning and then run around the building. I was just looking at the window and just like, what is he doing there? And then he's just running in circle. He was pretty disciplined with working out and running. Yeah, I've seen his legs. He's built like a dog. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. I'd like to run as well sometime. It's pretty hot. It's just me. It's pretty hot in here. Anyway, yeah, we're going to continue with the project that we're working on. Where's my VS Code? No, we were watching what my boss did. Bye, Punit. Have a good night. Sleep well. See you next time. Next question: how can I add a link in anchor tag on marketplace? Can you clarify your question, please? I'm not sure I understood the question properly. So wow, you guys were talking about deep stuff, like talking about business, how much it cost. I'm seeing plenty of new people. Noah, um, I know Zed Winner, Muniz, David. I'm seeing new faces. That is cool stuff. That's Monday, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy that people enjoyed it. By the way, I am getting darker. Is this the sign of my future? What does that mean? What does that mean, getting darker? What do you mean by that? Maybe you're listening to Kendrick Lamar. I am. You guys heard about Kendrick Lamar and Drake? Pretty fun stuff. Well, what do you mean by is this the sign of my future? That I don't get. I'm pretty stupid, so please explain it to me in like I'm a 12-year-old. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to theme development. That is the whole point of this live stream. I'm sweating. You guys sweating? The weather's pretty hot today. Renee, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing? It's your boy, Chris. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I miss you all. Drake, big in my mind. I know Drake from One Piece. You know the the lizard guy. I haven't heard. I don't listen to hip hop music a lot. I know Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but I don't really listen to them. And then I heard about the beef that they have, and then I start listening to Kendrick and Drake. They're both going at it. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff to see. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Once again, if you guys have questions that are fun and entertaining to me, please don't hesitate to share that in the chat. There seems to be a problem with this template or section, so maybe we can add a space. Let's do that. Where is the section called featured collection? And for this div, there should be like a margin top, right? So here, we can add margin top 5, like that. You know someone Indian hip hop? I know hip hop. I don't know Indian hip hop. Is it like is that it? Is that it? Did I get it right? Hello, Nimra. Hello, Nimra. Nimra Reman. Nimra Reman. I hope I pronounced that right. You're currently in the office and currently working on Shopify apps using Remix.js. That is, you're working hard, and we are so proud of you. So thank you for sharing that. I'm very happy to read that. I'm having some issues in here. Okay, what is something? Maybe I can help. Nah, the fuck. Rene, doing well. I was following along your previous live about starting a Shopify theme from scratch. I can't wait for more content. Oh, with my boss, did you enjoy it? A lot of people seem to enjoy that. And yeah, I've seen you there. You were there, so that was fun. I watched it for a little bit, and yeah, I'm just really happy that you guys enjoyed my boss. He's a cool guy, and he knows a lot. So whenever he do a live stream, which I believe he will next week, next Monday, yeah, don't be shy. Don't hesitate to ask him questions. He knows a lot of stuff. I don't know much. I know how to build Shopify themes, but he knows more than me. So yeah, next time he goes live, ask him questions. He's gonna be, yeah, happy to answer your questions. You watch TikTok? Um, I do have TikTok, but yeah, there's plenty of content on TikTok. I know some stuff in there like business related content, which is pretty cool to watch sometimes before you go to sleep. Nimra, when I'm using custom CSS in there, the vit do not load correctly. I get some kind of hydration errors in my console. Um, what do you mean? Like, can you share the error that you're getting? You can join our Discord server, by the way. It's right here. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be like a chat here, and you'll see like a pinned message. So like a pinned message somewhere here, and you can click the URL, and you can join our Discord server, and maybe you can share there the problem that you're sharing. Make sure to use the right channel, and I'll try to help as much as I can. Lord Punit, boss enjoying his employees is crazy. I know, right? I heard that there's gonna be a new employee coming, maybe next month. I don't know exactly when. There's gonna be new member. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a manager or something. Not my manager though, but he's gonna be managing stuff. Boss is equal to enjoyment. Yeah, that's cool. If you're if he's gonna do a live stream again next week, and the fact that you say enjoy, uh, that's nice to hear. I'm glad that most of you enjoy him. So cool. Mahabub, 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 Mahabub Khan. My clients are like, we can complete the e-commerce site with GPT-4o by just copy and paste that. How can I explain to them it's not working that way? I heard that. I heard that OpenAI released a new model. It's the GPT-4o. And I think it can read images. Like, for example, you can draw a template of a website, paste it there, and it's going to produce like HTML. You can tell him that that is not going to work that way, because if you build an e-commerce site, you need to understand the code that it's building. I mean, sure, you can ask it to build an e-commerce store, but what are you gonna do? You're just gonna copy and paste it without understanding it? What if the code that the AI generated is full of crap or full of errors? That's just not possible. It's just gonna cause a lot of problem later on in the future. What happened to my Streamlabs? It became darker. What is this? What happened? Am I still live? Am I still live? I hope I'm still live. My Streamlab just went dark. Mail or... Hi, Rim. Welcome back. Good to see you. It's Chris. How's it going? Oh, my camera is here. What's up? What's up? Female, female, female. What? Is this the first time you've seen a female? I talked to a female one day. My legs were like shaking. Mahabub is a male. Nice. My boy. Welcome. We need the female manager. I don't know if the new member is gonna be female. I think it's gonna be a female. Maybe. I don't know. I hope it will, but we don't know. Yes, yes, yes. That's gonna be fun. If it's gonna be a female, I'm gonna behave. I'm going to behave. Did you work on Shopify apps development using Remix, JS, and Polaris? I did. We did have a video on Remix on Weekly, so you can check it out. It's in the channel, so you can just check it right over here. Here, just go down there. Our channel name. Click it. Go to the videos. You'll find Remix there. Yes, we did have. But if you're asking if I worked on it personally, I did for just a couple of days. Pretty cool stuff. But I wouldn't say I'm an expert there. Probably my boss knows it better than me. I'll clip that. Oh, shoot. Did I say something stupid? Did I say something stupid? If you clip that, I'm gonna be a meme, which I really like. I want to be a meme. If one day my face will be covered with like text, like relatable text, I'm gonna lose my mind. That would be crazy. Rim, what are you thinking? Stop looking at me like that. I edged on your boss on Monday, if you don't mind. Oh, I do too. Don't worry. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Thanks for Bletch. Not here. Oh yeah, Bleach. I heard that he's not gonna be here because he's going for a holiday. This week. My boss told me about it, about what happened last Monday. So I believe Bleach is gonna be here for a couple of streams. Yeah. But we good. I think I'll be able to manage you guys. I know you guys are gonna behave well. I trust. Because I think Shopify is still working on his updates. Do you? If you meant to say if we're working on a course, because yeah, I know Shopify is still updating stuff, which is why I don't work on courses these days on new lessons, and that is because lessons can get pretty outdated fast. So yeah, sometimes that can be bothersome and annoying. Nah, you do give him the whole oiled cake. That is very specific, Punit. Go get some sleep. Get some sleep. I know it's pretty late in there. Is Shopify update API to get customer details? To have a basic plan, but on the custom app area, it's suggesting to upgrade Shopify plan. The API to get customer details in my old store is working. There are APIs that you need the plus, the Shopify Plus plan. So yeah, for example, like checkout, I think you need a plus subscription if you want to customize your checkout experience. Though I could be wrong. But yeah, there are APIs there that you need Shopify Plus. But if I create a new one, I can't get the customer details through API. Is it through APIs? I want to know from which Asian country you are. Just let us know you as a person. I'm from Singapore. I grew up in a very not so rich family. My dad is a farmer. Yeah, and we I kind of grew up just working in a field, you know, and then I decided, I'm going to learn um programming because it was a trend. Is that the word? Is It was very popular when I was young. So around 14, 15, I learned how to write codes using C++, using C. Yeah. And then a couple years later, I decided to take computer science and just go with it. And now I I applied to Weekly How around 2017, 2017. And yeah, we decided to build this YouTube channel, and I was the first one to make this video, our very first video. It's pretty it's pretty nerve wracking because uh wow, I wasn't using any script that time. I'll just say, "Hey guys, this is Chris from Weekly How, and welcome to our very first video here on YouTube channel, Weekly How." I did that, and yeah, the rest is history, and now we're here. Pretty cool stuff. And I learned so much. Honestly, I learned so much. So you are Singaporean? Yeah, I am. I am Singaporean, and yeah, my mom is already dead, so that's pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna go deep into that, but yeah, Singaporean. By the way, I'll play back your stream tomorrow. I gotta go. No worries. Have a good night, Puni. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Have a good night. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me go back to Mahabub. Mahabub. I ask you if that is a API, right? So yeah, there are a couple of APIs that you need Shopify Plus. So if you're working with Remix, I guess the first thing that you should do is to check if the merchant is subscribed to either free or plus before performing an API like customer API or checkout API, whatever API you wanna use. Yeah, and then once you confirm that, yeah, then perform that certain API request. Otherwise, if they're not subscribed to Shopify Plus, then mention that as a warning or a message, like a pop-up message that, hey, You're not allowed to do this. That's a cool story. What did you guys grow on your farm? What made you learn programming? Whew, that is a very very specific question, Rene. Well, we grew a couple of sweet potatoes. Yeah, we had those when I was young. Usually we eat those for dinner. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I dipped those sweet potatoes in like sugar, you know, and it's just like the best dinner ever had. Pretty memorable experience. What made you want to learn programming? Oh, well, I loved games, so I decided I want to learn how it's developed, how it's built, how to design games. So I went with like programming, and I tried to build a snake game using C++, using the CL the terminal. You just print like a bunch of lines to move the snake like so. Yeah, that's what I did many years ago as a starter, but it was so bad because I was like only using plenty of ifs, like if the snake is on the horizontal um, direction, I used like pipe symbol instead of hyphen. Yeah, it's all just condition, which is pretty bad design, but it worked. Mm, can you tell me how much knowledge you have about Shopify app development? Did you create any SaaS products? Um, well, I did create a very simple app. I did try to make an LMS app using Shopify CLI to create the Shopify app, an LMS app, and I didn't really finish it because yeah, it was pretty big project. There's a lot of like things to unpack, like video frameworks, video libraries, setting up sessions, making sure that to save the duration of watch time. You need to do quizzes, save answers, you know. And yeah, it took a lot of time, and so I decided it's not worth it. And yeah, I just left it. I might continue it later on. But yeah, I tried to build an LMS app for Shopify. I think yes, LMS it's not really popular in Shopify. It's barely there. I don't know if that's still the case. If you can build that, feel free to do that yourself. It's a business idea. Maybe that's gonna be something that will grow because it's not very popular in Shopify. If you're the first developer to do that, deploy it to the Shopify App Store, make money out of it. Yeah, it'll be good for you. From Twitch, how do you read that? Amelie Knight. What's up, homie? Long time no see. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you on Twitch. This is the first time I've seen someone messaged on Twitch. So that's cool. That is cool. Good to see you. How are you doing? It has been a long time, yeah, for sure. Maha equals big, and then yeah. I know what you did there. I know what you did there. I'm trying to create a full e-commerce store with only using storefront API and Angular. For that, I use Shopify by NPM. So is it possible to do that with login register? Mm, well, yeah, if you're going to build your own authentication, that's possible. You just need to use like what? There are a bunch of platforms that can help you with authentication. Yeah, you can use OAuth. I'm trying no, LMS, learn management system, or what? Yeah, it is learning management system. That's what I tried to build before as a Shopify app. It is pretty big. It's a big project to do. Think of Duolingo as an app. That is a learning management system. All good. Been diving into Shopify. I got a partner account to build stores for client. That is congratulations. Congrats. Give some love to Amelie Knight for sharing this great news. Did you get new clients? Did you have clients now? Did you make money? I don't make much money. I just make like 3 euros per month. It's not a lot. No, sorry, it is a lot. I'm just joking. It is a lot. There's a lot. Anyway, what was the purpose of that LMS? The purpose of that LMS is that I tried to make a research on what is less popular on Shopify. There was not a lot of competition like in the LMS niche. So I was like, you know what? What if I become the first LMS developer on Shopify? What if I build that and then I make a lot of money? Yeah, that's what I thought of. And then I'm not sure if it's still the same case. But if you're asking what was the purpose of LMS, it's just to teach, or maybe if an online store uses the LMS that I want to build, they can make their online store kind of like a course online store where they can sell their online courses. Yeah, something like that. Think about it like Coursera, something like that, or Udemy. You can make your online store something like that through the app that I was trying to build. But you can imagine that it is very big because there's so many components, so many stuff that you need to build in order to be successful in that area, in that niche. I got one client who wants me to build an online store for her. I got the Sense free theme and I'm starting off with that. That is nice. Congratulations for getting your first client. Is that your first client? If that is your first client, I'll be so happy for you. Like the feeling of getting your first client is always best. You get to learn a lot from it. That is so cool. Congratulations, Amelie Knight. Congratulations. So happy for you. And that's normal. That's normal. When I first had my first job, yeah, I was pretty nervous because you get this feeling of inadequacy or self-doubt if you're going to be successful in that area, if you're gonna be disappointment, but you'll manage. Pretty sure you'll manage. There's plenty of like resources online that you can use to develop online store. Yeah, there's like forums, there's like discussion boards. Make use of them. And now that we have AI, Chat GPT, we have the cheap GPT 4.0, you can make use of that to make your development easier. If you have questions, try to ask AI, make use of it if it's good. Yeah. By the way, I want to join a Shopify app dev community. Yes, you are already here. but more like Shopify community, Shopify developers community. I would say WeeklyHow is a verified Shopify community because WeeklyHow already partnered with Shopify. So I guess that says a lot. We are a community. Yeah, I'm reading more about themes and architecture stuff. I don't know what all those directories do. That's okay, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. Okay? So listen up. Listen up. I this is the whole point of me being here, to help my boys, my girls, if we have girls here, my guys, become a Shopify developer. Okay, check this out. Let me drink some water first. Thank you, Nimra, for joining our Discord server. Welcome, welcome. Don't hesitate to introduce yourself. And yeah, speaking of that, I'll be reading those messages, by the way. Okay, let's begin with the assets. The VS Code, that's not part of the Shopify theme architecture. The assets is where you will be importing your JavaScript files, your CSS files, your images, your SVG files, vector files, 3D files. That's where you'll be importing them. Okay, so you'll find here, for example, a JavaScript file, a PNG file, a WebP file, a JS file, a CSS file. But also, you can create liquid files here for this designing online store. So most of the time, you will see here theme.css.liquid. Oh, in fact, you can also use .js.liquid, but that's rarely done. That's rarely done. So yeah, that is the assets directory. That's the assets folder. Next one is the config directory. The config folder is where you'll find the settings JSON files. We have the data and the schema. So the data is where you will be, the data is where you'll be creating the preset values. Like for example, for a Shopify theme, you can create presets like default colors, default colors. You can create another preset, like for example, you can create dark mode. You can do dark mode, and basically you can just change the color schemes. If you haven't seen the color schemes live stream that we did a couple weeks ago, months ago, you'll find it there. And once you have a different preset, if we save that, excuse me, and if we go back to our theme editor, and if we check the settings, you'll find theme styles. We have default here, but let's refresh this because we should have two now, default and then dark mode. So you can create preset values for your Shopify theme. You can be creative with this: default, dark mode, environmental friendly mode, light mode, all green mode, all blue mode. I don't know. Be creative with it. But this is where you will create those preset colors to change the style of your Shopify theme. That is the schema data. You also have the setting schema to describe the Shopify theme. Give it a name, the version of it, who made that. That's going to be you. the URLs for contacting you. And this is also where you can create settings, like what you will be seeing here. So we have the basic settings, and this is it, the basic settings. The one we did here for creating a custom color scheme. The theme settings, you'll find it here. I would need a designer for that. I mean, yeah, that's the whole point of like developing a Shopify theme. You definitely need to have a Figma design template. You need a reference. You can, if you're skilled enough, you can build a Shopify theme just by imagination. Oh, I want it to look like this. And you can do that. But most of the time, if you develop an online store or a Shopify theme, you would need like a Figma design, so you know what to do. It'll make your development much faster and easier because you know which color to pick, which font size to use, which font family to use, where do you need to put the button, where do you need to put this navigational bar, etc. How is it gonna look like? Yeah, it's always a good idea to have a designer. Or I can use a free template and call it a day. Yeah, you can do that too. There's plenty of like templates online on Figma that are free that you can use as a reference, which I do it personally as well. I do it too. So yeah, that's a good advice as well. I already joined your Discord. Yes, I see some notification here. So we get some questions. Hello, Abdul Rahman. I assume this is you. Is there any Shopify app developer? Feel free to put it in the Shopify app development channel. Maybe someone will respond there. And then feel free to use here. What is the channel? Like it's not everyone, right? If you can use everyone, I mean, or maybe it's channel. Channel? I don't remember how to add just the channel. I think it's everyone. You can share your ideas or your questions here, and we'll try to help you. But we can check the introductions. It has been a while since I checked this out. Yeah, I think we already read this. Shihana 100. I don't know what that means. Victory codes. Welcome. And he's a front-end developer, so that's not something you're looking for, someone you're looking for. Deb, I think, knows a lot about Shopify development app. Yeah, you can contact Deb. Yeah, feel free to like communicate here and ask questions. What are your thoughts about Wix? Is it easy to customize the theme compared with Shopify? That's a great question. I did try to create a website using Wix, and wow, personally, I didn't like it, which is a bizarre comment to say. I didn't like it personally because it's very focused on what you see is what you get editor. I know it has its like advanced mode where you can customize and use a framework, but yeah, it's so focused on making your website development easy. You know what I mean? Like it's just so makes it easy. I know that's the point. I know that's why you complain. That's easy. Makes your life easy. What's the problem with that? A problem with that is I think it's I don't know. I guess I'm a hater. No, seriously. I was not very comfortable with it. That's my point. So yeah, I didn't like it. I prefer to start a project, sing npm for example, or npx create app, and just do everything from scratch. Because sometimes if you use, for example, Wix, I'm not sure how fast it is for like production, especially if you start working with like bigger projects. Example, I'm not sure if your website is gonna be fast enough if you start building something big. Whereas with building something from scratch, you're much more, you have control over the app, and you can customize it, optimize it like however you want. That's just my opinion about it. Do you have a tutorial on Shopify app dev using Remix.js? We do have. I believe we do. Um, we do have Shopify API. We do have, where is the Remix? We did have Remix, right? Didn't have? Yeah, I think it's this one. Ah, we did have App Bridge. Oh no. Oh, I've been saying like I thought we have Remix app project. Okay, that's something that we need to keep in mind then. I'll be taking notes of that. So like you edit the files, not to modify the store directly, but to add options into the store editor. What do you mean by that, Amelie Knight? You edit the files. Ah, you meant like, I still don't get it. When you say template, downloading a template, you just like customize it, call it a day. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, please explain, please. Axel Craft, welcome. I seen you on my boss live stream. I hope you had fun with him. Yeah, it's your boy Chris. What's up? Can you deliver the boss my apology? Oh, okay, this is serious. I didn't research your YouTube channel and found out you already did videos about how to make Shopify apps. Oh, don't be sorry. Actually, I made a mistake too. I thought we had a remix video. I was pretty sure, I was pretty certain that we did have a remix video. I didn't realize that. I thought I thought I made one. It's very blurry to my head right now. Okay, let me just put note remix YouTube video. Okay, I will be doing that. Shopify is totally jumping itself into Remix.js and Polaris. Maybe App Bridge will not work properly in the future. I don't know about that. Remix is remix. Remix is for just for the the app itself, whereas App Bridge is something that connects your app, that is Remix, and Shopify. So no, App Bridge is still a thing. It's still part of Shopify apps. A Remix app is not gonna work without Shopify Bridge, App Bridge. So no, you still need it. When you went into config directory, you edited the file and it didn't change the store itself. Rather, it changed the online editor by giving it. Yeah, that is the whole point of. Let me go back to it. Sorry. That is the whole point of the config. It's basically focused on the theme itself. It's focused on its identity, its information, or what it can offer to merchants in the back side of things, not in the front side of things. I mean, sure, it still changes the front side of things, but like config files helps the theme to, be dynamic. I guess that's how I would explain it. So yeah, so with the setting schema, you'll be able to create different kinds of style for your Shopify themes. And that is only available in the admin, in the theme editor. So yes, that is the config. We can proceed to the layout. No, I'm comparing AppBridge with Polaris. Huh. Funny, because AppBridge is very different from Polaris. Very, very different. AppBridge helps you with like sessions, making sure that the merchant is authenticated, is legit before accessing the online store, the admin. So the app bridge of your Remix app is working as the middleman between the online store and your Remix app. It's like the guy that holds these two. Whereas Polaris is, think about it like Tailwind CSS. Think of Polaris as Bootstrap. It's just a library that helps you create components that matches the design of Shopify admin. In a way, they work together, AppBridge and Polaris, because AppBridge also have components that is close to the Shopify admin, like the modal, like the pop-ups, or the product selection, product selector. So it's kind of similar to Polaris. I would say Polaris is gonna disappear if AppBridge integrates well with Shopify app development. I guess that's what I would say. But it's very unlikely because Polaris can also be used not just in Shopify app development, but it can also be used for something else. Because it's a library like Bootstrap for like designing, for like making sure that you have a good set of components to use. But is everything like that from Amelinite? You change the files in order to change the editor, and then you change the store. Yeah. No, it's specifically just for the config. I mean, that's part of Shopify theme development. You change something in the config files so that merchants will see what your Shopify theme can do. By default, you don't have this. You don't have what I have here. You don't have that. So you need to implement this, develop this yourself to help merchants have things in the admin, to help merchants have these things. You can add more to it. Not just color schemes, but also, I don't know, changing the font, changing the size of text, headers, etc. You can do things here that will help merchants be creative with their online store. The more settings, the better, because they can be creative with their online store. From Pepov, Brawl Stars. Hello. Azerbaijan. What is that? What is Azerbaijan? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Weekly How. I'm seeing new faces. I'm seeing new people. That is pretty nice. I like that. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. If you guys can spare $1 for me, I'll be happy because I only get paid like €3 per month. I don't really get paid a lot, and I'm working so hard. Warp warp. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. You know the reason why I said that is because last Monday, one of you donated $1, but whenever I do it myself, no one's doing that. So I'm kind of bummed out. If someone donates like $2, I can like brag it to my boss, and I'll be like, "Oh, good for you, huh? Good for you." Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go back to VS Code. Okay, next one is the layout. Okay, the layout is where you can find the root file of your Shopify theme. I'm talking about the theme.liquid. So the theme.liquid is like the index.php or the index.html of your website. Okay, I know some of you, if you're an experienced Shopify theme developer, you would say, wait, there is an index template. Yes, there is an index here, index.json, but this is different from theme.liquid. Theme.liquid is the root file of your theme. That's where the components, that's where the sections, the templates, the snippets, that's where it goes. The theme.liquid, it goes to that layout file, to that theme.liquid file. Without the theme.liquid file, the templates, the sections, the snippets, all this are useless. They're not gonna work without the root file, the theme.liquid. Okay, so the theme.liquid, that is the root file of your Shopify theme, and you'll find here the boilerplate, the HTML boilerplate. This is where you'll see the title, the meta descriptions, the meta tags, the head tag. This is also where you'll find the styles. This is also where you can reference your CSS files, your JS files. Why are we getting squiggly lines here? The script tag filter is parser blocker. Okay, so yeah, so we'll have to use async, right? Or defer, I believe. But let's ignore that for now. So yeah, this is the theme.liquid. Okay? This is the root file. But notice that we also have here password.liquid. What is this? So the password.liquid is the index.html of your online store if the online store is not open. What do I mean by that? The password.liquid is the main file for your online store when your online store is not open for service yet. Notice that if you create an online store, it's not yet published. Okay? Since it's not yet published, if you try to access that online store in, I don't know, in a different computer, that is not, if you're not logged in to your partner's account or to your online store, and if you try to access that online store, that's where you will see the password.liquid. You will see, oh, this online store is not yet available. To access this online store, you need a password. That is the password.liquid. Okay? What about I show it? I can show it. Okay? So for example, I am going to open this. And if I try to open it in like incognito, You see this, right? Something like that. But you will also see something else, like a different password template. The reason why it's not the one that we have here, and that is because that is a development store. If it's an actual online store, it's gonna show a different design. Yeah. But this is also the password at Liquid in a way, because you will see here password. That is the password page. Okay, so now we can proceed to, now we can skip the layout. We are good with that. Once again, guys, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask it in the chat. I'll be happy to help out. So next one is the locales. The locales is the translation of your Shopify theme. So say for example, if you have in your online store, you have, I don't know, home characters. Those are dynamic values. So it's kind of difficult to do that. But if you have like, excuse me, I think I got sick because I worked in the field last Monday. Maybe I catched a virus or something. I hope not. So, if you have text that are dynamic, it's difficult to translate them. But if you have text that is static, that doesn't really change, like the button here, or the login, or the sign up, they don't change, right? They can't be changed by merchant. By default, they're always gonna be log in and sign up. You can use locales to translate this static text that don't change. If by default the language set by the merchant is English, they'll find login. But if they turn their online store to, I don't know, French or German or Japanese, this will change thanks to locales. Because for example, we have here a locale for English. Where is English? English default.json. You have text here, static text, like enter store using password or enter using password. You'll see this in the login, honestly. So here, we have texts that are static, that don't change. Email address, password. You'll find it here. Enter, wrong password, password. Those are labels that will change if we change language. So these English words, English text, English strings. But if we move to French, for example, if we move here to French.json, now it's translated. Same text, same words, but different language. So you can use this to change this, to make it translated. So that is locales. You can create schemas. You can create JSON files for translating one language, one locale to another. Exactly. So mine was set to English. I changed my store language to my own, but some parts were still English. And that is because probably you don't have a JSON file, a local file for that specific language that you're talking about. Okay? So you need to create that file here. So you need to look for, I don't know where you are. Let's say you're from Italy. What is Italy? IT. So you need to set those values here. Password, la tua password errata, ACD, and so on, right? So that is locales. Now let's proceed to node modules. The heaviest fun. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm making this stream funny. Am I funny? Next one is sections. So sections, pretty straightforward. Sections are the components of your Shopify theme. This is where you can find the header, the footer, the hero section, the featured collection, the featured products. This is where you can create those components. So if you say, for example, find a Figma design, for example, let's look at Figma, and I try to look for search e-commerce. And for example, I looked at this, right? Okay, I'm not logged in. Anyway, let's say we have that, and then we looked at this. For example, this is our design. For sections, you can create sections for this. That's going to be announcement bar. That is a section file. This right here, the navigational bar with search, with sign in, sign out button, cart button. This itself is a header. That is a header section. Or if this is a mega navigational bar, then probably you have this as well. So for this is going to be header section, header liquid. This two right here, okay? And then this right here, I don't know, looks like a slider to me. This is going to be your image slider section, your image slider liquid. That is another section. Next one, this. What do you think of this? This looks like a featured collection to me. So that is another section, featured collection liquid. What about this? This looks like collection to me. So that is collection liquid, collections liquid, right? You can create custom sections. This looks like another slider or carousel. It looks like carousel. So you can create another section called carousel.liquid. That's another thing. Okay? And of course, the footer section. So this is where you'll find the sections folder, is where you will find those components that you will see most of the time in like designs and like templates. Those components, you can create them in sections. Of course, you can create components directly in the template files, but that is bad design. So as much as possible, if you have components that you want to create, put it in a section. That way you can reuse that later on in another template. For example, if you have this section right here, a carousel, you can reuse the carousel section not just in the home page, but also in other templates, in other pages like contact us page or about us page or FAQ page. You can reuse those sections. That is the whole point of sections. So it's reusable components. Okay? Same thing with snippets. Snippets are more like reusable small things of your Shopify theme. Like icons, like cards. You don't want to create like a section just specifically for those icons. That's just overkill in a way. So for those small parts of like design, that you need to reuse later on, you can put them as snippets. Okay, let me read your chat. That's something I wanted to ask about. I can't create sections directly on the editor. I need to create the files for them and then I can add them. Okay, so that's a great question. You can't create sections directly in the theme editor. In the code editor, yes. If you're not using VS Code, if you want to create a new section file, for example, you can do it here. Sections, add a new section, either liquid or JSON. Most of the time you go with liquid because JSON is for like header.liquid, and footer.liquid. Always use liquid for components. This is where you can do that. So carousel, for example, you can create that. And you'll find it here. Okay? I thought icons were on assets. Okay, great questions. So the icons that I were talking about earlier is the PNG files, the image files, okay? I'm talking about image assets. But the icons that I'm talking about here in the snippets are like vector images. Okay, maybe maybe you got confused by that because I mentioned SVG, because you can also create assets here, but you're not going to be able to reference them. You can put your SVG files here, sure, you can do that, but you're not going to be able to reference them as like snippet. You know what I'm trying to say? You can reference the assets here like asset URL if you want that way. But if you want to read this content right here, the content of icon email.liquid, you need to use it as snippet. Okay? Because say for example, let me give you an example. I think that'll be a good idea. So if you take a look here in the footer, we have the Instagram icon, we have the Facebook icon, and then the GitHub icon. If you take a look here, notice that it is an SVG code. And that is because this is the content, this is the SVG that we find here. So GitHub, right? This is it. The one you're seeing here is this. But if you go in the assets, for example, if you want to reference the files here, you need to use asset URL, and it's not gonna be like this. It's gonna be like asset URL that is referencing the file that you uploaded here. Okay, not sure if that's gonna work with like SVG files. Honestly, I haven't done that because most of the time SVG files you need to put it in snippets as snippets, not assets. Sorry. Okay, so I guess we can continue now. That is snippets. Next one is not SRC, that's for like Tailwind. Last is the templates. Okay? Templates, you know what it is. Templates are the pages of your online store. This is where you'll find the pages for like 404, for like articles, blogs, for cart page, for product page, collection page, for page itself. You can create custom pages here. This is it, the templates. Okay? This is the templates that is used by your layout. So it goes like layout, and then templates, and then sections, and then snippets. So that is the hierarchy of your Shopify theme. The first thing that gets rendered is the theme.liquid, and then underneath it, the theme.liquid looks for the template file depending on the URL where the users is currently in. For example, if the user or the viewer, the visitor, whatever you call them, is in the product page, that means the theme.liquid is gonna look for what? Exactly, the product.liquid or the product.json. And then the product template is gonna look for section files depending what's in that file. If the product.liquid is using, I don't know, like image.liquid. If it's using something else, a snippet file, whatever, then it's gonna look for those files. Okay? So layout looks for sections. Sorry, layout file looks for template files. Template files can look for sections, etc. So on. So that is the architecture of Shopify themes. Okay? Pretty easy to understand. There's not much, honestly. So we just have the assets, the config, layout, locals, sections, snippets, and templates. That is all. And that can be very easy to understand. So yeah. That is it. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is helpful. I hope that clears up some confusion on what is the architecture of a Shopify theme. Can you open one of the template files? Sure. For example, let's open for, the thing is, all of these are JSON files. So let's take a look like 404. So 404 JSON template file. Basically, if you don't know JSON templates, it's basically just a schema of like sections. So you can create a JSON object that is referencing a bunch of sections located inside a sections folder. So yeah. But if you're using liquid templates, then you can directly create the page there using HTML, liquid, JavaScript, CSS. If you're using liquid templates, if you're using JSON templates, then you would need to use sections to create the template. Why is JSON template a thing? Why is it a thing? Well, JSON templates became a thing so that it's much easier in the theme editor to add new sections. Because previously, before JSON templates, if you want to add new sections, you will need to use a tag. Like, I don't remember what tag is it. I think it's section tag, to use another section in the template liquid, in the liquid template. But now, thanks to JSON templates, you can now use sections, like as many as you want in the theme editor. You can just click, 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 bam. That's it. That is JSON templates. Let me show you. So this is our theme editor. Since we're using JSON templates, notice that now we have here add section. That is the reason why it became a thing, because previously there's no such add section, especially in other templates like in cart page, for example. You can't add a new section. It's not possible. But now you can, thanks to JSON. Okay? The only template file I believe back in the day is index. Index.liquid can have multiple sections. That's the only template file before JSON templates, okay? But now, since we have JSON templates for all templates, you can be creative however you want to display your pages, your templates. That's it. Do they have to be named in a specific way? Yes. It's very strict that you need your templates to follow this. They should be 404.json or .liquid, but they should be 404. It should be article. It should be blog. It should be cart. It should be collection. It should be gift underscore card. It should be index. List hyphen collections. Plural. Page.json. Page.liquid. Now this is gonna be a question because there's like two page template. The main page template is the page.json. The page.fluid with is a custom page. That's it. That's a custom page right there. If you want to create a custom page, like for contact page, you can do page.contact.liquid or .json. We have the password template. We have the product search. You need to follow this naming convention. It's very, very strict. So, where do you spend most of your time in? Where do you spend most of your time in? In the template? Ooh, great question. I spend a lot of time in product. Product is the heaviest template of them all. There's so many things you need to do there. There's so many things you need to create. Because that's the main one. The highly used template. I would say the product template. Thanks for the great question, Amelie Knight. You are very interactive from Twitch. I believe you're the first Twitch chat that has been interacting with me like a lot from Twitch. I don't know what happened to YouTube. YouTube guys just disappeared. All of my YouTube viewers just left. You guys good over there? It's almost we've been streaming for 2 hours now. Great. Did we manage to create a component? Because that's the whole point of this video. That's the whole point of this live stream, to create a component. You know what? I'm gonna create a single component and that should be it. Otherwise, if I don't create a component, I'm gonna get fired and I'm gonna lose a job. My boss will kill me next week if I don't do that. But let me answer. How can you use Tailwind? In like Shopify themes, you locally install it. I think the last Monday stream, my boss went through it. I think my boss taught you guys how to install Tailwind. Feel free to watch it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy him. What do you mean by that? Yeah. You can use Tailwind CSS locally to develop designs. Rim just like, ugh. Yeah, nothing's happening on YouTube chat right now. You can say whatever, Rim. Okay, let's create a component, shall we? Let's do that. I'm gonna go here and yeah, I guess let's do something like this. Let's create this right here, the shop from top categories. Let's do that. I'm gonna create a new section and that's going to be collections because I believe we don't have that yet. So create a new file. Feel free to follow along if you're working on your project. Feel free to do that. But that's gonna be difficult, especially if you don't have Tailwind CSS. So collections.liquid. And speaking of Tailwind, we need to execute npx Tailwind CSS input current directory src tailwind.css output assets / And the file that I want to edit is the theme.css.liquid. So theme.css.liquid, and we need to use the watch flag so that it updates whenever we make changes to our files. Yes, exactly. You can't use Tailwind CSS in the Shopify theme. You need to compile the file and put it in the assets. Okay, I'm glad it's clear. So we have this theme.css.liquid that gets created whenever we make changes to our files. So let's create a new section, collections.liquid, and let's create this. So let's do this one step at a time, okay? So we have this top bar. I believe we can do div, and then in this div, we have another div with a class flex, and then justify between, right? Justify between. What else? Item center. I think that's it. And then we can do div for the title. Let me just do a placeholder first, and then an anchor tag, right? And we'll do here link. That's it. And we can do like a class here and another class here. Let's save that. Let's take a look. It's not gonna work yet because we need to reference this collection.liquid, but we need to make sure that it's addable. We can add it to our templates. How can we do that? We need to use a schema. Okay, so we'll call this collections, or let's call it featured collections. And we need to add presets, okay? And we'll call this featured collections. That's it. So now if we save that, if we go back to our theme editor, reload the page, and if we click the add section, we should have featured collections. Okay, but let's go to the home page and let's do it underneath this add section, featured collections. So we have the title and the link over there. Perfect. I'll save that and I'll go back to this page, reset the zoom, go to the home. We should have the title and then the link here. Nice. So we have that. How can we say shop from and then the collection name? How does that? So shop from, okay? But if you want to customize this, you can do like input settings. If you want to make this customizable. So we can do something like shop. Instead of div, we can do h3. And then we can say, or you know what? Not heading, span. And we can do class and set the text to large. And then font weight medium. And we can say shop from, and then we can interpolate a value from the input setting. So we can do like section dot settings dot, and then that's going to be the title, right? So we can create a new settings here, a new setting, and it's going to be type, not header, but like text. And then we can do the ID, let's call it title, because we called it title. What else? Default value, let's give it a default value of, what does it say? Top categories. What else? The label, obviously we need the label, so it displayed in the theme editor. We'll call this title. Next up, that's it. We don't need info in placeholder. I don't think it's necessary. So let's save this. And now if we go back to the theme editor, reload the page, if we click the featured collections, we find here the title setting, the title input setting. And now it says shop from top categories, and you can change this to shop from best sellers. And now it says best sellers. Okay, that's it. Pretty easy. Now we can just make this interesting by changing the color of this. Maybe you can just, I don't know, create another span in there. Another span. I don't know if that's best practice, honestly, to like create two spans in the same. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's put it here and put the section dot settings, the title here. Okay, and let's put it here like so. And now we can say here the same text hyphen LG and font medium, but let's change the color to text primary. I think we have a class text primary. Let's take a look at the SRC and then tailwind the CSS. So we have text medium, text large. What about colors? Did I have colors? Page meta. I don't have colors. I have primary text. Primary text. Not text primary. Primary text. Oh, we got some action on YouTube. Nice. Welcome Tasawar. Tasawar. Hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I have some important question. We watched your tutorial for hydrogen setup on Windows and we have few errors. Can you help me? I'll try. I'll try to help you. Please do share it. Because right now we're focused on building components. So as much as possible, I'm trying not to segue, which I usually do. Tazzy, that's a pretty nice name. Tazzy or Taz. Good to see you. I'm seeing new faces here and there, so welcome. What is that? Welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask question. Okay, so while you're asking question, let's just go back here. So we have already the primary text class and the shop from. And now if we go back here, so we have bestsellers, but I'm not sure if that changed the color. Oh, because the primary color is literally black. So if we go to the theme editor, for example, go here, and if we change the color scheme, we have the primary color here. If we change this to blue, now the primary buttons are changed to blue. Good. And now this thing right here. Oh no, hold on. That's buttons. That's primary buttons. We're talking about this. There you go. Now it's changed. So we have the primary text here. So now it's also changed. Great. So that's working. And now notice that all of it is changed as well. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should have like a black color for that. But you know what? Let's just keep it that way for now. We'll fix that later on. But that's the header of that section. We can continue here in the text link. So what do we have here? We have view all. Okay, we have view all with this icon here. Do the free themes come ready for being published? Can I just add products and start selling? That's a great question. I mean, most Shopify themes like Sans or Dawn, most of them, yeah, they're pretty good themes to start with. Like you just need to add products and literally like change colors. Most of the time it works that way. But yeah, sometimes if you need some things like components that don't exist in the Shopify theme, you would need to customize them. Yeah. Anyway, we're running out of time, honestly. So let me just finish this up. So for the link, we'll change this to view all. And we're going to add like a snippet here. So we're going to do something like, we'll put it here. Just customize it in a way. And then we'll add render tag. And we'll render icon arrow left, but that's left. We want to have icon right. So we need to create a snippet called icon arrow right. So let's create a new file and call it icon arrow right.liquid. Like so. And that should work, but we just need to add an SVG code right there. So what is it again? Hero icons, right? Hero icons. And I think it's called arrow right. Okay, chevron. Copy SVG, go back here, paste it here. Make sure that there's no class. There's class here. I'm not sure if it's the same with the others. Let's take a look at the arrow left. So we have this class here. So this is what we want. Want to copy that, paste it here, but instead of ML, we go margin right. Margin right? No, margin left. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's save that, and let's also save this. Okay. Let's also give this a font medium. That's it. From Mac, I'm not even gonna try pronouncing the name. Hello, welcome. Hello from Russia. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Weekly How. Good to see you here. How are you guys doing? Okay, let's go back here. I swear to God, we're running out of time. Scroll down and we finally have the icon here. Okay, perfect. But it's not aligned, so we need to use a class to like display them in line. So I guess inline block. Is that a class? I don't remember the Tailwind CSS class. Let's search Speed run. Am I right? Inline block. Okay. Okay, we got that right. Inline block. Is it not working? It's not working. Okay, let's do flex then. Let's do it here. So span, view all. No, let's do div. And then I'll put it here, just like that, but I'll put it in a span. Put it here, get rid of this, get rid of that, and then we'll do class flex yeah, I think that's it. Let's do gap x2 1. That's it. Refresh. Still the same. There you go. Now we have that. Okay, forgot the item center. Items center. Okay. There you go. Okay, so we have the view all, we have the title. I guess we can just continue with a horizontal line. So underneath, maybe we can just add like border bottom 1. I don't know if that's the right one. Let's use documents border. Okay, border bottom. I think I did it right. Border bottom 2. But if I just want 1, there's no such thing. Just border bottom. Okay, that's it. Border bottom. If we go here and reload the page. Okay, now we have the underline. Nice. I'm not gonna bother with this line here. I don't think it's necessary. But we just need to loop through the collections, okay? That's it. That's all we want. That's all we want. And later on, we're gonna add like the URL here. So now we can finally move on underneath of this div, and we can do div dot flex dot items center dot justify between. Yeah, I guess between would be nice. And gap is equal to 5. I guess that's good. And here we're gonna do for loop. So for tag. So for each collection in the collections, for each collection in the collections object, we are going to display the collection. So for example, we just display the title of this collection. So let's do span and then do an object collection dot title. If we do that, if we go back here, we should have that. A very even collection, a very odd collection, automated collection, homepage, and then hydrogen. Boom! We're making progress. Okay. We got a title. Speedrun. We just need the image. How can we do that? Let's do, for example, div.flex.flex call dot items center dot gap y 5, something like that. And what else? Like that. And then we just move it here, and then we'll do the image tag. So the image tag, no, we're gonna do an object and use collection dot image featured image dot what do we have here? ID, position, presentation, preview image, product ID, SRC, with, no, just featured image. And then we'll do image tag. I think that's it. What do I have here? We use one of the asset URL filters to serve assets for better performance. Okay, I forgot the asset URL. Not sure if that's gonna work. Let's save that. Let's go back here. Reload this. Okay, so we got an error. Image tag must be an image URL. Must be an image URL. So I believe we are not passing the right one. To debug this most of the time, I would just do something like this. So I know what this output first before I pass it to the image tag. So let's do that. I reload this. So you see, we have here the URL. That's the URL of that image. And we just need to pass that image to this image tag, but it doesn't seem to work. And that's because maybe I'm using the wrong filter. Is it the right one? Image tag? But maybe I need to, yeah, I need to. And that's because this asset is supposed to be asset image URL. And we need to pass here a width. And let's set that to 150 pixels. Save that. Reload. Input to image tag must be image URL. That's literally what we did. It is an image URL. What are you talking about? Asset URL. No, it's not. Sorry. Dot URL SRC. Is that gonna work that way? One sec. So featured image dot SRC. Let's serve that first. I need to see the value of that attribute. Okay, so that is the value of that SRC. Liquid error sections. Input to image tag must be an image URL. Isn't that it? Maybe I need to do image URL. And then the width is going to be 150. And then I get rid of this. That's it. Okay, that should work. It should work. There we go. Nice. Okay, get rid of this. We can finally do classes here. Like, what is the class that makes it round? One sec. Let's do a div first with a width 150 pixels. No, that doesn't work that way. That width full. But let's change it to arbitrary value, 150 pixels. I know that's not the best practice, but I'm just speed running this. Okay, so we got a width 150 there, and we're gonna do overflow hidden, and we'll make this rounded full, and that's it. we'll make this width full. Save that. Refresh the page in the browser. There we go. So it should be rounded, but it appears like it's no longer working. And that's because of this. I don't think we can pass a class. No, I don't think we can pass a class. I don't remember how to do the class and image tag. Let's pull up the Shopify dev and the documentation. Let's pull the liquid. And let's take a look at the image underscore tag. Okay. What about a class with, that's all, height, sizes, width, src sets, preload, alt, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, class, there we go. We can do class attribute and then pass here with, not with full. Let's try. There we go. We got an image. It's not looking the best one, but that's fun. So we got a problem here because there's no image for this specific collection. What we can do is we can check it. So we can do something like this. If collection dot featured image is not empty, then we put it here. Else, what we can do is just display like a placeholder image. You know, we can do that. It's either you have an asset for that, like an image, placeholder image, or we can do the placeholder SVG tag. Not sure if that's gonna work in our case. Product 1 is going to be placeholder SVG tag, something like that. Fuck. And then we pull up with full. Oh, is that working yet? This is not working. This condition right here is not working. If collection featured image is set, do we get an error? No errors. There we go. If it's set, then we display the image. Otherwise, we display like a placeholder image, just like that. There we go. Now we got it displayed. We can just add margin top here. And we can just add an anchor tag so that if we click that image, for example, then it goes to the collection. So we can do that. So let's do an anchor tag here. And the href is going to be the collection.url. And then we'll just put this if block here. And you can do the same thing for the title as well. Instead of span, you can do anchor tag and then the href attribute, just do collection.url. That's it. And you can add class now. Just do font medium. And that's it. And now if we refresh this page, we can click it and that should open the collection. There we go, guys. Easy. We speed run it for like, how long? We started like 30 minutes? 30 minutes. That's all. That's it. All right, I'm gonna end this right here. It's already 2 hours and 30 minutes. I apologize if that's all we did, but I had fun like talking and answering questions. So thank you so much for joining me. Okay, and also shoot, Taza War. Sorry, I missed your question. What is it? While installing dependencies, it completes with errors, and when running Shopify Hydrogen Dev app, it says. I don't see anything with your chat. It's just it says colon colon colon. Well, yeah, actually, if you're getting errors with Shopify CLI and creating a new Shopify Hydrogen app, for example, if you're getting that, I would say try to reinstall the Shopify CLI because I've had that issue as well. I'm not sure if we're talking the same thing. Like for example, I've had issues with Shopify theme dev command. Like whenever I run that command, theme dev, it's not doing anything. It's just stuck with like blank. So you have to restart it and then rerun it. Yeah, and then it works. But yeah, Shopify CLI can be annoying sometimes. Like it doesn't work sometimes. But yeah. If you're getting those errors, try to contact Shopify in the GitHub and the Shopify CLI repository. Make an issue. Most of the time, it's also mentioned there. If you have problems, just search for like the same issue that you have. The community is pretty big, so I'm sure you're not the only one getting that issue. Thanks, Renee. I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, it was just a bit unfortunate because I felt like I don't know, the boss is more like entertaining than me. Am I not entertaining? Is that it? You can be harsh. I'll try to do better. But thank you. I'm glad that you learned a lot from my content, from me. That is so sweet. But yeah, I guess my boss will be live streaming next week. So feel free to have fun with him. And yeah, ask questions with him. Yeah. Gonna love him. So yeah, Monday next week. Yeah. Thank you so much, Amelia Knight, by the way, for enjoying the stream with me, for joining, for the questions, and for helping me out, making this stream entertaining and interactive. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always appreciate those. So yeah, and also welcome to the new members. Thank you for joining our Discord server. Don't hesitate to introduce yourself if you have time. I'll appreciate that. We'll appreciate that. Okay, anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you all on Wednesday. Once again, the boss is gonna be doing the stream next week, Monday. So, yeah, I'll see you around. I'll be working on a new video soon. So, expect new content around like by the end of this month. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Bye bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Good luck. Love you all. Babush. Babush. See you around. Where's my music? Chris signing out.